You know, a lot of times when you're doing something hard, whether it's at work, you know, or when you're just taking care of children, or taking care of business, taking care of anything, and you just mentally you just don't feel well, can't really go on much longer, your muscles are giving out, your stamina is failing you. But life's always, most of them have always said it's always mind over matter. Now, I will not guarantee that most of the time, or as a certainty, but truth be told, in a way they are right. Because who decides your limits? Is that really the limit of your strength, of your mental capacity? Are you gonna give up just because it hurts? You see, the problem is the unfortunate story of many people is unfulfilled potential. But I will be getting that into another video. Right now, it's more on limits. You see, why yes, everyone does have a genetical factor in play that does, to an extent, limit what you can and can do in certain functions of your body. But I do believe a way, if it's not been done already by someone somewhere, there is a way to break your limiter. There is a way to break through everything that's holding you back. And I don't just mean physically, I don't just mean mentally, I don't just mean spiritually. In every aspect that you exist, there is always more to you. Yes, you are selfish, you could be weak, you could be evil, but there is more to you than that. There's hope, there's strength, there's kindness, there's endurance, there is resilience. All it takes is just for you to improve yourself a little bit, just a little bit, little steps one by one, every single day. Every single day. I know it's hard though. No one wants to go to the fog. No one wants to go through that fog. Or you don't know where exactly, or necessarily, you don't know where you're going, or you don't know how much longer it will last. You don't know about a lot of different factors. No one wants to go through that, and I honestly understand that. No one wants to go to the pain, through the process, through the fog, through the mist. Because it's outside of where you're comfortable. It's outside of where your peace is. But you see, that's the thing about a lot of things. It requires sacrifice. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Just like I am right now. Not even sitting down right. Because it's wet all over the floor. And it's raining. In the fog. Literal fog. And I didn't really feel like doing this because I just got off work. A very, 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 very long couple of shifts. And at first I hesitated. That was my first issue. I hesitated. I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. But then as soon as I saw the rain, and I felt the rain, and I was like, oh man, I might get really wet. I might be a little bit uncomfortable. But then I wouldn't be here telling you this. I wouldn't be serving as an example as to why you shouldn't give up. As I said before, who decides your limits? Could the you of tomorrow beat the you of today? Instead of focusing on your setbacks, focus on moving forward. As that's the only way to truly become strong. All it is being smart with it, adapting, and never giving up. But unfortunately, many people do. And so, they're castrated into the blank lives just as everyone else. Doing the same routine, but never improving. Never trying to adjust. Just being okay with whatever they're comfortable with. Even though deep down they're really not. But that's all they think they could settle for now. Because they don't want to take that risk. No one really wants to take that risk. Because with risk can be consequences. Well, you see, that's what sets many of the successful and powerful apart. They analyze their situation and compare the outcomes and risks, and they manipulate the chances into their favor or liking. While it may not always certainty or certify success, as I'm sure many of them have failed. But I remember in this movie, there's this old guy not this old guy, there's this fighter. He had said, it's not about how many times you get knocked down or how many punches you throw. It's about how many times you get back up. And he was right. Even if you get knocked down in one single punch every single time by anything, if you can get right back up on every single one of those times, you will shock anyone and everyone. Because your endurance and your limitless willpower just showcases that you are unbeatable in the mind. It's time to start taking risks. It's time to get to it. You gotta be smart with your risk taking. Gotta be smart with it. With manipulating the chances. That's all this is. There's never a certainty in life. Not even the very thing that you sit on or eat this day. And I for sure can tell you that. The only certainty is that there's uncertainty. But within those uncertainties, you can provide a liking to your favor by doing the right things, the best things. In other words, by throwing shit to the wall until something sticks. And if you keep throwing and never give up, eventually, regardless of how unlikely it is, you will eventually get there. But you have to trust the process. You have to trust in yourself. You have to have hope.